If you call the brain of your phone just a processor, you're actually missing about 90% of the story. Most people look at a spec sheet, see 8-core processor, and think they know what they're looking at. But have you ever wondered why a $300 phone and a $1,200 phone can both have 8 cores but perform like a tricycle versus a Ferrari? In this video, we are going to demystify the most important part of your phone, the SoC, or System on a Chip. By the end of this, you won't just know what a Snapdragon or an Apple A-series chip is. You'll understand why they are the most complex machines ever built by humans. To understand why your phone is so powerful, we have to look at how it differs from a computer. Think of a traditional desktop PC as a sprawling suburb. The CPU is in one house, the graphics card is 3 blocks away in a massive warehouse, and the memory is across town. They are connected by roads, wires, but it takes time and a lot of energy to move information between them. Inside that city, the most famous resident is the CPU. But even here, the 8-core label is a bit of a marketing trap. Think of the CPU as a kitchen. In a modern smartphone, you don't have 8 identical chefs. You usually have one executive chef, the prime core. This is the heavy hitter. It handles the hardest tasks, like launching a massive game. 3 sous chefs, performance cores. These handle heavy lifting like web browsing with 50 tabs open. 4 line cooks, efficiency cores. These handle the boring stuff, like checking for emails or keeping your clock updated. If you used the executive chef just to send a text message, you'd waste a ton of battery salary. This balance, switching between the big cores and the little cores, is why your phone can last all day. When a tech reviewer says a chip has great thermal management, they mean the phone is smart enough to use the line cooks instead of the executive chef whenever possible. But life isn't just about math, it's about visuals. That's where the GPU and the ISP come in. The GPU, Graphics Processing Unit, is the digital painter. Every single pixel you see moving on your screen, the animations when you swipe, the shadows in Call of Duty, is painted by the GPU. A better GPU doesn't just make games look better, it makes the whole phone feel buttery smooth. Then there's the ISP, Image Signal Processor. This is the secret sauce of smartphone photography. When you tap the shutter button, your camera sensor actually takes a pretty ugly, noisy photo. The ISP is a professional photo editor that works in milliseconds. It recognizes faces, brightens the sky, and removes noise before you even see the preview. This is why 2 phones can have the exact same 50-megapixel camera, but one takes amazing photos and the other takes garbage. The difference is the chip. The newest resident of our SoC city is the NPU, or Neural Processing Unit. This is the genius intern that only speaks AI. It's what allows your phone to translate speech in real time or recognize your face in the dark. As we move further into 2026, the NPU is becoming more important than the CPU itself. Now you'll hear us nerds talk about nanometers, like this is a 3-nanometer chip. What does that actually mean? Imagine a transistor is a light switch. To make a chip powerful, we need billions of them. A nanometer, MER, refers to how small we can make the wires and switches. The smaller they are, like 3 nanometers, the more switches we can cram into that city. It also means the electricity has a shorter distance to travel. Smaller nanometers equals less heat, plus more speed, plus better battery. That is the holy trinity of smartphone tech. In 2026, the Snapdragon 8 Elite and the Apple A19 Pro are the kings of the hill, but even mid-range chips from MediaTek are catching up fast. So, the next time you see a commercial bragging about a new generation of chips, don't just look at the speed. Think about the city inside. Is the ISP better for your photos? Is the NPU ready for the next wave of AI? Is the nanometer size small enough to keep your phone cool? If this deep dive helped make these alien specs feel a bit more human, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.